sex-wise. Tell the youth them feel we fight from wrong and heal Selassie I. Analyze and organize and spiritually mobilize. We need salvation, no need no mansion in the sky. The Morning Stew, Lisa Love, the Groove Master and Mr. Frisco. Big up 96.5, make me fly. Always make the people organize and centralize and strategically mobilize. Element of surprise. I thought we don't know small fries. Watch the rise. Watch Rastafari get over. Make Babylon turn over. Get run over. Roving with the rover. Organize and centralize. I Selassie.
Yep. So it is. All aboard. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Today is a Tuesday, right?
All day, old school Tuesday.
Old School Tuesday. That is it. That is right. Yep. All aboard. You're locked into the morning stew. We up inside until when?
Midday.
12 o'clock. Not a moment after.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lisa? Good.
Oh, for real.
Let's make sure you know what up. Where is Sir Groove? Missing in action, like
Thank
Action
you.
Jackson?
The morning after.
Like Chuck Norris?
The morning after.
I don't know. Somebody tell him man that they know his birthday, you know?
Go
uh,
wake him up.
yeah, next thing you know, the man got power outage, but that's what it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans. Lisa Love.
Good morning, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Friskish.
Here you go. Yesterday felt like
And we're waiting for the boy.
yesterday felt like a Friday, man. Now you recover. Somebody call Groove and tell him today on Saturday.
It was a good vibe. Good vibe. Good vibe. That
Yeah.
was nice. It
All right.
reminds me of back in the days when we used to link up. You know, everybody have a vibe. Everybody have a. Where you at, Honey Bun?
Bonnie Hun.
Okay, Honey Bun is coming.
I'm gonna take out the garbage.
Honey Bun is coming.
What's going on with Sir Ronald? Big up yourself.
No, Ronald, no, it's a coming. Oh, that's a picture from yesterday. Oh, aren't you? Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, ja.
So yesterday was Calypso Rose birthday too, no?
Yes, it was.
How old Calypso Rose now? Got a nice
Contact.
small lady here about Calypso Rose.
Boy, and she came to Belize sometimes too.
Yeah.
She partied here with us in Belize. Boy,
So how old
Linda McCarter. I need to double check.
how old
I
how
know
old how old
it was sent to me, but let me
I
double
think
check.
Ronald want to tell you right now. How old Ronald?
Boca also would tell me. So yeah, we have our stewards on the
Speaking
money.
about, old school Tuesday.
Yeah, we do have some nice old school pictures that I like that was sent to us. Well,
Alright.
it was contributed courtesy the man, the one and only. All right, here we go.
Are we on the book?
She's 85. She's
85?
85, yes.
Man.
8,
That's
85. So yeah,
a nice long
thank
yes,
you.
85th birthday. Yeah, it's a nice long while.
I mean, as you said, we have been hearing about her for such a long time.
Yeah, for a nice smile, so.
Mm-hmm. And you know you old. He be old.
I mean, 29, not that old, you know what I'm saying?
Somebody pray for me.
Remember the U.S. currency to get the value
Is
too.
that is in Jamaican money?
Yeah, I got jokes.
Mhm.
You gotta go out, Groove?
Yeah,
They're
we,
right, Jermaine.
we're on the book. We're on the book.
Yes.
We had to send
Sorry,
an SOS.
Well, sorry about that. I'm late, but you have to understand it was Dana's birthday yesterday, so
Check the man leg there. The man do this skanky leg right now.
Skanky leg. How you mean?
Martha Lem has to the know.
Yep. I remember that guy George Santos.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was the guy that pretended to be a congressman, who got elected by jilting old women of their money and then going at sex clubs and Botox in his lips and all kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually he was ousted. Well, the man has been awarded with 7 years and 3 months in a federal prison and a dinette set from Broyhill.
The dinette set too?
Well, you gotta.
You know the man I get a pardon from the good guy.
From Trump?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you, I believe that I would never say he won't, but I figure if he would have Trump would have probably already make them throw that out. Oh, remember Eric Adams too? That Trump telling you, if you make a do I want with the illegal aliens to New York, I want to throw out your case. Well, Trump threw out the case, but apparently he could only throw out federal cases. He really can't throw out state cases.
Oh.
So, you know, says back home, baby.
Somebody want to know if you've somebody want to know if you're into some birthday rangaration.
Oh gosh, man.
That's a very astute. Well, how dare you, sir? I'm not that kind of a man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
That's right.
Oh,
The
boy.
winning sways.
Oh, so you can't squeeze the name in the middle of that.
You figure?
I'm just
tell
saying
you.
good morning to sways.
I got
Take
some
that.
Miss Kuna to man into Miss Kuna.
Kunner.
I couldn't the fire.
Good morning. Where's CY? Good morning, CY. Mary's on the money as well. Good morning, Mary.
Yeah. Just to get past that, we sent up a couple of pictures from yesterday because I was re-listening. I don't usually re-listen to the show, but I was re-listening yesterday because I know it didn't sound like a regular show. You know,
It was
out and bad, but it was fun. But there are some pictures up there, Miss Christie. I believe it is the beautiful Miss Christie. Look at that beautiful picture right there.
We were
Look
going
at
to
that
have her
picture.
for this week.
Yes. And that was the
Why you
set.
pick up one? Better one they will see why I sent.
Yeah, I have Mr. Frisco. You have Colville, Lisa Love, Marlon, Donna, CY, Ranal, Mer, Kathleen, me, and that is Donna's friend. Darcy.
Okay.
No, there's a couple of other pictures in there. I hope Christy could zoom in on the table. No, well, this picture here is from Ross Bucks for the service.
Hush.
Yes. Check that out, you know. Not only will he take your picture here and have a fingerprint for signing,
Right.
but yeah, look on the food look on the table, the food on that table. That table was normally we got enough space to serve out everything. Today we did not, but it was a beautiful thing. And there's one more picture. I got it. I want to big up. Everybody brought food that was excellent. Everything was excellent.
It's kind
I
of
didn't get a
everybody
chance.
understood the assignment without saying much.
Yes, exactly. I didn't eat my burger until I got home. And Hannah, we brought a burger for Hannah, one of Donna's burger. Hannah ate that. And me and Hannah had the same experience. But Christy, please show that picture of Donna enjoying one of them burger in at it. Look on that right there, sir. Look on that right there, sir.
Burger.
That's not blackmail at all. I joy the bow down to that burger right
Burger.
there. That's it.
See the bow down to it, huh?
Yeah. But yeah. The burger they work, Mr. Frisco. Frisco say I'll give you the recipe, but you know, yeah, he said, but you know, I'll tell you the whole recipe because
put it in a can.
You will?
But he said it's secret that it's sauce, you know, at least. But I'll tell you what, that's another secret. Because the chicken, I think, well, that's one of the secrets, but the chicken has a nice, it's soft enough, but not mushy. It's tender. And then you have that nice crust on the outside. And it buff.
Brilliant.
Yes. I just say all of this, Mr. Frisco, because I'm putting in other. So just, anyway, it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing.
Yes,
And,
it was.
I called for right after I eat, I called Frisco. I say, "Oh my boy, you must put 3 drop of Robia in anything." I didn't know that one. Yes. Another thing was Marlon. I called Marlon. I say, "Yo, dude,
Hey.
that
Oh
black
my
soup,
goodness.
the work." You know, I said, "That's one of the best black soup that I ever taste." Very politely, Marlon, make I know that is not black soup. That is relleno. He said, just for information, difference between black dinners, chimola is chicken only and egg. Relleno is chicken with pork stuffing. So I took relleno. And I know I'll tell you what that is secret way you say doing it, but no one sick thing. No one sick thing. Well, you got a couple of secrets. One, Marlon, messenger me if I could tell you a secret. Yes, I want to tell you one of the secret because I want to tell you one of the secret.
Oh yeah.
After I done cook the chicken in the relleno,
Mm-hmm.
you take it out and you grill it. After I done cook.
Oh.
Yeah.
Talking
I'll
about
tell you.
Taste Bud Teaser is going to be in effect this Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. It's Thursday's
Right.
Labor Day, 1st of May.
Oh yeah, I drew that too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was delicious. I like that pork and that egg. That was the best one I tasted.
Right, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was
yeah.
pretty good.
What?
Tax
The
Marlon
man
and
say-
W.
Marlon said, "Goody." Well, I done did already. I tell you one of your secrets there.
You can't take it back.
That's right.
One pot
Right.
of soup and we gone.
But you know what everybody said? You know what
What?
everybody said that was in the studio? He said that it's funny how everything just seemed like a family. Everybody just seemed
But
like everybody
are.
just did. Yeah. Uh-huh. I want to thank security. Rasbuck didn't take any
Hush.
bag with food, so respect.
Leave
Mhm.
him.
Yeah, everything was good. All of the, well, keep me guys say, well, they go on, I believe, right now. Not
It's
much they go on.
Wednesday evening. Taste Bud Teaser is going to be in effect, by the way, guys.
What that
Sure.
mean?
Okay.
What
That's
that mean?
right.
That you can go get your Taste Bud Teaser fixing.
That's right.
Explain.
It's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Pibil.
What?
Huh?
What does Pibil and Mother's Day have in common, Mr.? Never mind.
Somebody fill me, man. Because we're talking of parables. I know what the hell I'm talking about.
Yes.
Put the thing up, man.
We said Taste Bud Teaser
Uh-huh.
will be in effect this Wednesday evening.
Put it up, man.
That's what we're saying.
Put up the leaf flyer, Lita, man.
Let me.
The party flyers there. Oh, yes, man. What
Of
you mean?
course. Here we go. There you go.
It's Bud Teaser.
Yeah.
You mean say the teaser want the taste bud? I mean the taste bud want the tease?
Where I like where even though I don't eat pepper, I like it there. Get your package.
The party's on
pepper right there on top.
Rainbow
What?
Runner Drive. What the hell?
What happened?
You want street runner drive?
Yes,
yeah.
you
Cement
need to
Street.
get out. Mm-hmm.
Vista
Yeah.
Del Mar Phase 1.
Yes. What you mean?
End of Rainbow
What?
Runner Drive. Cement. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah.
That's right. Is there a number you could call to
I've
place your
been
order
there.
to the Taste Bud Teaser?
Been there before.
Yeah.
I've been there multiple times. So yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could get a number for Taste Bud Teaser to give out. We also want to big up BW because I still don't know that we're going on, you know. Because Marlon tell me that BW arrange everything, that he get the ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently then the ingredients come way far with our BW there.
Wait for tits.
Yeah, they are Tate's ingredients.
Right.
But I ask him that for who recipe. And it
What?
sound like it tell me that the BW recipe, but that the Hinduism thing with it, like you doctor it up and leave it. I don't know.
I don't think BW know if you cook.
Oh,
Well,
but
I don't think so neither. But Marlon said a BW recipe.
Nah,
Yes.
I don't think so.
BW, call I make me know if you could cook. And if you could cook, try to take a picture or something when you cook and send it to make
Sausage and egg no cook.
And not do like Rasbuck, take picture of other people thing.
what is
What was
wrong
it?
with you? What is wrong with
Yeah.
you?
Paladin, let's see what's going on. Jose
Hi, Paladin.
Sandoval.
And Jose Sandoval. Anya says Frisco can make burger. Steve, what is it that woman and Bill have in common?
Well, Lord.
And
What?
Your minds want to know because he said
Hey,
it.
What? Hold on, because I think I will put it in at the group because.
Inquirer minds want to know.
Hold on, somebody's here.
What?
Ready to go on, Mary?
I know morning. I know Steve.
Hi, Mary. Good
I know you
morning.
know you started take call from this segment, but please allow me. Please allow me, Frisco.
You're done there, and I
You're
don't know
already
where it's
there.
at.
Hey, you calm down. They say Steve, the answer Steve question.
Murdered. Frisco, turn off murdered, Mike.
Steve,
Ah.
I go answer a question, Steve.
Which question that?
No, because your mind dirty bad.
I
Rebel and
don't
Turn
woman.
off.
Steve,
Oh, wait. No, answer it. Leave it alone.
No.
I will answer it.
No.
I don't waste the credit.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
All right,
We're not
listen
getting no
to me,
free
listen
call
to
Friday.
me, man, I'll leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
Obey me.
You know the license.
Whenever the answer,
Lisa, don't text her. It's often not to them chat group with them, man.
he done there in the group. We don't get it there. Anyway, anything where they in the group as the answer, no deserve to go on radio. So.
Yes, exactly. That's a smart man.
Usually when I up on the street and get leave coach pen and bring it home because my two babies I always hungry when I go back to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to like burger, so I bring the patties and the 2 pieces of wings to see when it come 2 o'clock, and then and I like burger, so I save the burger for Anya. So lo and behold, she said that Frisco know to make burger though.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna put.
I know I trick you.
I'm gonna put that in a can. I don't tell you.
Alright then guys.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you require any of Frisco's burger, he does make them for a very, very good price. If you're Frisco, I make them for people if they pay you.
Yeah.
All right,
putting
yes.
it out
If you are interested, yo,
I would
I'm
up there.
trick you.
Can I get an order one day and then I get an order one day and then a big cancellation afterwards? I like look at.
Sure.
I,
It was
No, but I'll tell you something.
I don't know what the
I
business
trick
before I
you.
get in a business.
Yeah, no, I check on it. If you know, have one event where you got like, under 20 people or like that, get the man one leave buzz.
Say 20. Say 20.
Yeah, 20. Get the man one leave buzz because the man know a meat, he know a burger, he know a burger. Yes.
Buns
And if you're
nice
lucky,
and soft
if you order more 30, you throw in one 8-piece as stew fried chicken.
Stew fry. Oh
Yes.
boy.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, let me just clarify this. Marlon said that BW paid for the ingredients, but it is entirely
I tell you, man, BW no fit cook
Marlon's
nothing.
recipe because BW can't cook.
Exactly.
Yes. So just to get that out.
BW.
Yes. Defend yourself, BW.
Oh,
Give me something from the old school. Hit me.
Oh Lord.
Yes, I made the juggle last night for real though.
Why I hear see why they put up it.
Like it was
So
Tuesday.
the Monday or the Tuesday?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Monday,
that
boy,
was
man.
freaking Tuesday. Yeah.
Tonight a freaking Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, yes, man.
Oh, this the one thing when the old people
This
used to
can't
try
be
to kill
good,
them
TY. Good
with.
morning.
DeWitt's worm syrup.
Them people used to try to kill them picnic with this.
Did we die?
Is it still
that's
available?
alone, that tastes like they make it out of worm, indeed.
Goodness. So you had worm before?
Me?
That's what I want to know.
No, they were people used to give that just like holidays. They give the thing for holiday.
That was your treat.
Yes. As holiday come, all right, you need to purge our worm out.
Like, what did I do?
I want to go back to school. Yeah. Wow, that's me terrible. I tell you. We need to file
Terrible.
we need all them people under 50 need to file one class action lawsuit against all them people over here. Thing.
Why though?
Anyway.
All
But
right.
because they made a give a camp for a drink, you forget them.
Wrong worm
All right.
and tread worm. Yeah.
Trade. I never hear. We still got it in there.
But even at the doctor, you would go get worm medicine still.
I hear you got. I know about ringworm.
Yeah,
but I
ringworm.
don't
Then.
remember.
No, ringworm not fungus.
Yeah, ringworm is a fungus. Of what you speak.
So I don't call that ring fungus. But anyway, ringworm and what is one name? What they want you good for now?
Tapeworm.
Tapeworm. your hair tapeworm could grow long, you know.
Yeah.
It's long like tape.
Yeah. Yep. Mask it. Yep. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway. How you know if that thing work?
Because it works. It works.
You know you see that the one thing when you detect by faith. Because you feel good, but they give you one worm out. And
because they know during the course of a certain period in school you'll be eating a whole lot of junk food, and then you don't want to eat your food, your table.
But how they could prove it? How they could prove it?
Because they be running
pass
for
in
break,
time because
and you'll be eating a bunch of junk food, and sometimes they go look for certain.
So it's a precautionary measure.
I don't think precautionary.
You don't think it's precautionary?
It's a fact. That's
okay. If you not take that thing, you're gonna get
your appetite is gonna bilious. Yeah, you're bilious. Mm-hmm.
Bilious, the only another word for hungry. Sometimes people say that bilious that means you're hungry.
Now when they say you need to clean your blood because you
clean your blood, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because of all the bad stuff you've been putting in your body, you need to flush them out.
Yes,
how do you spell bilious? B-I-L-L-Y.
Your liver need a cleaning.
Uh-huh. They see your eyes be yellow and your fingernails.
Yeah, you got jaundice.
I mean, who the jaundice? I know John Gillett, I don't know jaundice.
Boy. I have a question.
What does it mean to be bilious? Suffering or suggesting a liver disorder or gastric distress. Synonyms: liverish, livery, sick, affected by an impairment of normal psychological and mental functions. Yeah, so don't gastric. Because anytime people say I feel bilious, usually they say, sandwich? All right, I wait and feel better.
Move right into go to health.
When you're bilious.
Really?
When I said jaundice, which is spelled Jaundice.
I'm thinking of Johndis.
Jaundice. You call him. Hello.
Yes.
Who is?
Who say that you have jaundice?
Jaundice, man.
Who is? Who is? A jaundice?
Oh gosh, man.
So characterized by yellowish discoloration of the skin and sclera at your eyes.
Babies are born with that, you know.
And mucous membrane due to high levels of bilirubin in the blood.
Oh.
Bilirubin.
Jaundice got bilirubin?
Bilirubin. Virus caused by various underlying conditions, including liver dysfunction, bile duct obstruction.
That's a bile thing.
Hemolysis, breakdown of the red blood cells.
Yeah. That for real. Because my bile duct, they hurt me lately, you know. But my bile duct, that's the one part of my body I never find out. What's my bile duct there? The way bile duct there, at least.
Under your right.
Under your gizzard.
Your bile duct right next to your fried chicken.
But
next to your fry. Frisco,
back in the day, you used to hear about, people talk about jaundice and that. I don't know now in modern day, but back then for sure.
Yeah, jaundice, the one thing that happened during, I don't know about when you're born or when you whatever, once you're grown. But I've heard of babies being born with jaundice. I'm not exactly sure why, but yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you animal and bird lovers out there who like your chicken and your ducks, your bile ducts are tiny canals that connect some of the organ in your digestive system. Oh, okay. What is the main function of the bile duct? Well, the main function of the bile duct is if you shred the bile duct, you could put some seasoning in it.
Nope.
And make patatas. I don't know.
You hear what it is? Bile duct.
Bile duct. Yes. Bile ducts are tiny. All right.
Yeah, I mean, who wants a big duck?
Right? I got a bile duct.
That's bile, hello, right?
Bile duck. But
It
English
helps.
no a
It
funny
helps.
language.
Bile duck.
Yeah, because if you try to teach somebody how to speak English and you mention bile duck,
But
that's
that
a
no,
naturally what they had to think about.
that no for your oh hell, what the thing there when you usually take out when you have
Your
stones,
gallbladder.
gallbladder, that break
Yeah.
down fats though. That's supposed to break down fats.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the bile duct, they in your
bile duct
digestive
is
Yes,
there.
can for break down fats.
The bile duct
Yes.
is there. It's like there, right there.
Yes.
I think that
I wonder what.
Because when they take out your gallbladder, they would tell you that you stay away from certain things.
right, because
including
then you can't break down fats.
you
like
don't
that
have
anymore.
that
So-
anymore.
So internally, what you are saying, for those of you who are wondering, your bile ducts are right above your craw, but left of your gizzard.
Oh Lord, the time for take a break, guys.
That was so?
We're gonna
Before
cry.
you take the
Right.
break,
We're
I
gonna
have a
cry and we're
question.
gonna gizzard.
But I have a question for you, Steve.
Uh-huh.
If brother and sister are siblings, what do they call nieces and nephews?
Nibblings.
Nibblings.
Okay, smart. My boy's bright.
Nibblings.
Yeah.
Oh, all
Hey,
right.
I'm in a joke. I mean,
And that's the way I figure they
Oh,
call
right.
it for true. That's the way they
Yeah,
call
they
it
call
for
them
true.
that. They
Nibblings.
gave us a warm out after mango season because
yes,
all
mango
we've been doing is
season.
eating
And
mangoes.
was
yeah?
that was that a myth?
What?
That because you eat a lot of mango, you have to get. Oh, well,
You
I
have to
get.
get fleshed out. You gotta
well,
get detoxified.
Yeah. I mean, they give
Yeah,
worm.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
All right, they give worm pill because sometimes they get mango and you never know swallow one.
Right.
Where you have to realize
Quarter pound of
exactly
worm.
you might eat one worm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But what happen with kids? Kids playing at dirt and sometime worm larvae or whatever get under them fingernail and they put their hand. So there are a possibility. But that reminds me of this Ballet just passed here just now. Ballet got vehicle and he always broke. I going just now I know if I have any gas money. I tell him my boy just 14 in your wallet. All right now, move on.
What the mix?
Tell a man check your bile duct. You might find some.
Take your bile. Go sell your bile duct.
Go sell it.
Nice.
Boy.
Old School Tuesday. We'll be right
You
back.
guys had some rain this morning. I had a shower this morning.
Lucky you.
I took a shower last night, but
Lucky me. Yeah, I took one last night and this morning.
you bathe 2 times a day?
Sometimes 3.
You bathe, okay, I bathe 2 times a day too, but I bathe like after I get up, I'd bathe like maybe 10, 11, 12, like, something like that, then I'd bathe at night. But what you do in your bed that night to make you have to get up and bathe first thing in the morning?
Oh Lord, you
Oh,
sweat.
Unless
Hush.
You sweat.
you not got father AC,
You sweat and you scratch.
And what does
Uh-huh.
that have to do with anything?
that's going to be a question that we will deal with throughout this week. What people doing in their bed that night, we make them have to bathe so early in the
Ranga.
morning? Well, all right. Well, if you're Ranga, normally I have a claw. Yes.
Waiter,
All right, very good.
check please.
Check, please.
There's a stranger in town. All aboard and welcome back, man. You're locked into Old School Tuesday right here on the Morning Stew. There's a stranger in town. What's your best Western song? Groove?
My best Western song?
Yeah.
Well, I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison.
Oh my God.
And I went to pick her up in the rain. But before I could get to the station in my pickup truck, she got run over by a damned old train. That's the perfect country and Western song because you're singing about mama, you're singing about getting drunk, you're singing about trains, and you're singing about rain. That's a country and Western song. No, there's a lot of country and Western song out there where nice.
I guess.
Of course.
That's not a hard thing because you'd have to ask again for what genre.
Like
because for the like you have
to say what's your favorite song.
El Paso City, for some prison blues. Take the
I think I like El Paso City. El Paso City, I like,
El Paso City. Again, that's a genre thing.
By the Rio Grande.
Do you know that El Paso City is a part of it?
Let me say one of them I like, Radio Lover. That's like up there for me.
Really? Who sing that?
George Jones.
Oh, yeah, George Jones. I like Come On In, Step Right Up. If you like to take the grand tour. I tell you. But yo, country nice. Country nice.
Let me say good morning to Michelle Longsworth, man. Here's a stranger in the house. Here's a stranger. Because I'm missing Michelle, Carl. All right.
Remember that young girl in Guyana who died?
How can we forget?
After 3 different autopsy reports, it came back that she drowned and that there was no foul play. There was no broken bones, no sign of illegal, nothing. There was no sign of foul play except that she drowned. That does not erase the fact that the night before, that little girl was not in that pool.
Right.
So, so to me, that doesn't mean anything that there wasn't foul play. Maybe she was drowned someplace else.
Right.
And they brought him there or whatever. But just because there was no physical sign of trauma doesn't mean that there wasn't foul play. You know, so, and the father is distraught, as you could imagine.
Of course.
Because something like that happened, you would expect that they would at least find something to let you know something happened. But with this, you know, I don't know. And apparently
there's some unrest going on there. There was some looting that ended up happening last night. So now the place under a state of emergency. Curfew.
The population felt before they even found this young woman. The population felt like the police was protecting or hiding something or protecting someone. And when that popped up and like everybody say, yo, we were looking in this pool yesterday. We have pictures of this pool and nobody was in this pool. So somebody had to have taken that little girl to that pool, you know? But
so many unanswered questions.
But again, wouldn't they have cameras, you know, around a pool?
Think so. I would want to think so.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But that's why it's good we're living in a smaller world because things like this, no matter if it happened in a different country, it should make you review your own things. And hotels, I thought would have had cameras everywhere. You know, cameras everywhere. So,
well, I mean, cameras if you want to have cameras. If not, you won't.
Yeah. The lights are back on in Portugal.
Okay.
The government says that They don't suspect any foul play, nefarious activities, or skullduggery. But they are trying to find out what basically caused the oscillation in current flow. And I am no electrician, but I would imagine that the oscillator was damaged. I would think, you know. Anyway,
Putting it out there, that could be the oscillator.
that's my thing.
Okay, that's the conclusion.
The 47th president of those United States is disputing all the polls that shows him as the worst president ever in history, with the lowest rating ever in history, that the only person that has ratings a little bit better than him is himself. He broke his own bad rating that set a record the last time. So now he is saying that all the polls, including the Fox News poll, is wrong. All of it is fake news. And
yeah, I mean, at some point in the story, they want to get stale and old.
Yeah. Just to show you the kind of person that we're dealing with, the funeral of the Pope was a couple of days ago.
Saturday.
All the dignitaries from all over the nations went to pay their respect. The invitation to the Pope's funeral said clearly, wear dark clothes. Lo and behold, if you could show the picture, Miss Christie, can you please pick the clown out of this portrait? Because everybody is wearing dark clothes. Look at there, look at there, look at there. Front row, you know, on blue suit. I mean, you know, I think maybe they spelled dark BLUE by mistake, but everybody else got the memo. So anyway, that's what's going on there. The Liberal Party in Canada won. They were trailing against the Conservatives. They stood no chance of winning until said president of those United States started talking about making Canada the 51st state and threatening all kind of stuff. The Liberal Party moved up, and lo and behold, they won the election. You know, because, you know, the Canadians realized they had to have a front, a strong front to defend the colonialism that is being embarked on by the North. Could you, that's the way colonialism is, you know, bro. You look on property and say, yo, I want that, and you take it. That's what colonialism is.
Conquering land.
How you mean? That's the cricketry basketball team, by the way. Yes.
All right. Give me something else.
Conquering lion.
Man.
Old school, please.
Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your...
So it says the hardest heartbreak line in country is, if drinking don't kill me, her memories will. Man, that is...
And the jar, if drinking don't kill me, her memories will.
George Jones, baby.
Hey, yo, that a deep, yo.
Why?
Deep depression.
George Jones, the gentleman drunkard.
That is.
George Jones used to be. You know that George Jones' career gone down later on because the man used to get drunk and just say, yo, I ain't going. I just didn't go to shows. He's had such a bad drinking problem that his wife hid the keys to the car. So George Jones, being the gentleman drunkard that he is, he wanted to socialize, jump on the lawnmower on the I-95, you know, the middle of traffic on the lawnmower going to the liquor store. Honest to God. Check out that story. Google it.
You can't make that up. You can't make that up.
Yeah, you can't make that up. That's true. You
Okay, that's deep depression, though, yo.
Christine had shown us some bags just now. We didn't have comment on the bags.
Oh, yeah, the bags, yeah. Old school.
The straw bags, market bags.
Yeah, you didn't get plastic bags.
Cool bags for a minute.
Yeah.
You had to take your own bags to the store.
Of course.
Then the bag me good for everything. Then they have my school bag, shopping bag, and throw the chicken in, In time, you grab it out of the people yard
Longer.
and bag man for everything.
The only bags that were available back then, Lise,
Yeah.
was what?
The canvas bags, the crocus bags, they do the
No, I
crocus
mean for
bags. They made
disposable bags back then.
paper bags.
Huh?
It was paper bags.
Paper bag.
Paper bag?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
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 So we got
And
no
you know
paper
how
bags.
hard-
Then. Oh, you have to knock down the trees to get paper bags, no?
You know how hard it is to carry one pound of oil, a paper bag? Tell him about it. Rough.
No, they used to give us.
The man say put some respect on that name. It's the Honorable George Jones.
There you go.
Honorable, how you
Listen to me.
mean?
Listen to me. I nearly believe that some of the music they're detrimental to your health.
Yes. Yes.
Because, yo, that depression
Yeah.
and 1/4 rum, and next thing you know, you want to jump off of somebody veranda.
Now, who sing that song, that famous country song that said, I want to marry my horse,
Well,
but I can't afford the bridal suite.
it's terrible.
That is all.
You get it? You get it? Frisco, you get it? The bridal suite? Never mind. Thank you.
Hold on.
We'll be here all night.
I had to do that myself.
Here,
Oh,
I know where I'm going, Lise.
Yes.
What about the Arab guy with no suit? All right. Which Arab guy with no suit are we talking about?
I don't know about
What were
all
we-
that.
What were we talking about? What were we talking about in the past 10 minutes? That the question, what about the Arab
I don't
guy?
know, must have the Pope at the top about the picture with the Pope.
Oh, yes. What about the Arab guy with no suit?
Oh,
Well,
okay.
show me an Arab guy that wears a suit. The same way how we wear that Wayabera, they wear it for them thing. They don't wear a suit. How dare you, sir?
You're the one who don't like Guayavera. I even
Well,
love
we
the-
don't like Wayabera, but yes,
I like
exactly.
the female ones. They're pretty.
The only Wayabera I like is the black Wayabera.
All right.
See? All right. Okay, even though we wear Wayabera here, right? You notice
Yeah.
that when the Prime Minister go about and meet people away, he got on his suit.
Yeah, then change when they go there, they foreign thing.
They
You got on your suit.
right.
That's like
You gotta know.
when
You got place and time. You gotta know. When to represent.
when you wear your Wayabera and when you're
Right.
not wear it. They're like when you wear your pants sack deep. There's a place and time.
What else you got, Christy? What else?
Keep it rolling, Christy, because you sound get me in trouble.
Me?
These are
No,
original.
it's not.
Umbrella
I know-
sucker.
On Umbrella Suite. I don't know how we forget this over all this time.
I know, right?
Umbrella, Ella.
I ain't never remember if they look like this, but that.
That's what they may look like.
Yeah, I
And the
don't-
funny thing is, the three different color taste the same way. I don't call them a Rasta umbrella. That's why I don't call that.
Umbrella Suite, they had Tree Suite, right, Liz?
Of course. Of course.
You know that Tree Suite groove?
He might not know.
Yeah, that has
You have
sweet
somebody.
group and
You have
tree.
one of our stewards said, many dignitaries use blue to funeral.
Yes, but no when you get let us say we're black.
Right, not when they ask you. Not when they ask you. And then she says, King of Jordans uses suit. So
Yes, because yeah, that way from Jordan, far beyond the river Jordan. Yo, what I'm saying is people know what they wear. You have some people who wear their
as
clothes
I
like,
said, place and time.
By the man
Yeah,
saying he not
exactly,
the,
you
the man
know.
saying he in control the world.
the world. Yeah, this dude, literally, I don't understand how the multiverse not kicking yet and where all the superheroes there. Because this guy, it's talk, I control the United States and the world. No, bro, you control a bunch of idiots who are afraid to tell you no. That's what you control. The rest of the world, they move on. The rest of the world, they're like your brains. Your brain figure out new neurons, new pathways. The rest of the world is a brain. We're figuring out new neurons, new pathways. So by the time you realize that you're just an emperor with no clothes on, everybody already have their neurons connected. That's the way we want to say, right, Liz?
It's it, you're renting space in your brain.
Yes. All right.
Whenever you
gotta-
talk about the president, this person would send texts and rent space and
Yes, because let me tell you something, Lise.
It is
There are
what it
some
is.
people out there that are jaded.
And
There are some people.
if it's something you're saying that is not out there, because it is out there. It is
Yeah.
out there. It's not, oh, he's picking on this and it is out there. We're not the first to say it. It's not the first we're hearing it
Everybody.
here. It
Let me
is
tell you
there.
something.
So, I mean,
We were talking yesterday, me, Donna, and a few people, and somehow a topic came up, and I told him, I say, you know what? I say, if I had to, I would wear a dress for Albert Street. I said, because I'm man enough to know that under that dress I am a man. I said, but when you find one man said, I never do that. I said, watch out, because alphabet. The only reason why he so guarantee he don't do that is because he's afraid if he do that, everybody will realize what he really is.
Well, I never do that.
So, and that, yeah, what? Well, we're not delve into that right now. We're waiting until
Why the hell
we
would
get
I
to the
wear a
doctor.
dress down Albert Street?
No, I'm saying, watch out. Suppose you
He
get
has
on a
to.
roll or something when
Well,
they
that's
say, yo,
different. That's different.
or it's just, yes, like that. But what I'm saying, you have people that say, oh, me that never do that.
Yeah, we're not in a
Those are
normal
people-
circumstances.
Yeah.
But if you get
A lot
challenged,
of those people there, if you check them deep down, they're the same thing where they stark against, they are closeted that. And that's what it is with a lot of Trump supporters at this point. They realize this guy's screwing up. But the problem with them is they can't realize that they were wrong.
oh, well, that's
There's
a different
no-
thing. Yeah, I mean, there's
Yes.
the
Exactly. Everybody
they
see
go so
that.
far in denying what is undeniable.
There it is.
Mhm.
These people know with all their heart that this guy don't a jerk. But if they admit that, they realize they might have been a jerk too for believing in a jerk. So, everybody is everybody. Who cares? Hopefully, after 4 years, the world not done.
Well,
And maybe the aliens
the Prime
come and
Minister
rescue
had
it.
a discussion with Mr. Rubio over the phone.
Oh, little Marco?
Yeah. There's still the discussion of that 125 million, that 125 there, that they,
Give that up.
pretty and all that.
We
man,
have-
it's pretty.
We have to kiss the ring and the behind, forget that. Believe you me.
What has been said about in that interview is that while over yonder,
Mm-hmm.
there has been no formal notice, according to the government, of the cancellation of such grants. The MCC grant falls under things that were cancelled in the US, but there was no formal. But with the dealing with narcissistic people, they're not giving no formal nothing. They don't deserve it. But
Yo,
anyway,
the dam broke 3 miles up the road, but because they don't get here yet, we know our move because nobody called and tell we said the dam broke, even though we know the dam broke.
well,
Okay,
according to
very
Mr.
good.
Rubio, there are still some things hanging in the balance because he gave the impression that there's a reconfiguration of the same MCC that now has him chairing the board of directors. So I don't know if the MCC
You
is
remember
cancelled,
when-
how you're the chair, you know the chair of the board. So there is maybe that 1%, maybe 2% hope.
That the way how
That,
they get small countries to dance like monkey.
Yes,
That's how they get we for make ourselves into puppy show for them. They are ready publicly and officially
I know. I just get the
cancel
news. Though. I
those
get the
programs.
news. I get this little news piece that I was in.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, but according to the world, everybody know that they have canceled those programs.
Yes. Well,
For the
again,
four
well,
of
I just
which
get a piece of
affected
information
us.
that was not out
Yeah.
there. One that.
Yeah, no.
Never said
Realizing-
Hold on. They never said Rubio says there was a reconfiguration. What that mean? I don't know. And he is.
Oh,
the
so you
chair-
don't remember the news the other day when everybody the hell out of them canceled the
I
program?
nobody tell you what the man say.
Well, and you to believe what the man said.
Well, he not the
I had to
news,
go
he
by
say
what
it, right?
history
Hey,
tell
he say
me.
it, right?
Uh-huh.
So
But
therefore,
anyway, yeah.
you have to report what they say, right?
Yeah, but I like report what they mean. What
Well,
they
I know what they
actually
mean because I know they
is-
over there. I know that. That's why I
Yeah,
don't
what
know
they
what they mean.
actually mean is that, okay, first of all, Trump said that over 200 countries are calling him to negotiate.
Yes,
Bearing in
that the
mind,
tax thing. Nobody not
there is
calling.
only about 180 countries on the planet. But Trump saying he talked to over 200. So,
Yeah, well, yeah.
win
Guy
one.
say, oh, China
Yeah.
in a discussion. China say, me in no discussion.
We not in no
They're not
discussion.
in no
So,
discussion.
exactly. And what these guys are doing, they said the reporters asked him, just give it the name of 3 countries that's talking to you. That nobody they talk to them. Nobody. And you know, we just the follow this guy, I guess, because we have no choice. But again, people they make new partners, people they do new things. And by the time he come around and wake up, the world
Well,
will
anyway,
have
I bring up
moved
that
on.
topic to just to try, you know, Ali. Because there's maybe there's still, maybe, I don't know how much percent, under 5, maybe 5 or less, that some people still believe that there is a chance that something might come out of this scenario. But, you know, there is the higher likelihood there's a higher likelihood that it may not. But
Yes.
from the piece, it's like, well, they haven't given up all the hopes yet about that 125.
Oh,
Right.
what I was saying, because if you notice, I went off the truck for a little bit. What I was saying was that negotiation and that thing that we might be able to do something, that is the little carrot that they're holding on a stick, where make you feel like, oh, we could bargain.
Well, I mean, done a carrot.
Yeah. But what?
But I mean, done a carrot. They offer it to we. What more carrots
Yeah,
than that you want?
but no. But what will we now have to give up? Or what will we have to do? Or what type of tap dance we have to dance to get the carrot?
Yes,
And
but
now
that's
is
for the
my
beginning,
inflection. Now the inflection time where countries want to say, do I want that carrot that bad? Will I be selling my soul and the trust of my citizens for that carrot?
How
But
many of them are
and
going
is
to
that
do that?
carrot
okay,
worth
but
it?
what changes the narrative
How many
for
are going
now?
to see that?
What changes the narrative now makes it different from the original offer that was made? That, yo, give me 125 mil. What changes the narrative that there's always something that America wants?
Yeah.
Right? But that was
They're
under
not
the
giving
Biden
that for
okay,
nothing.
but that was under the Biden administration that was offered. So what's the difference between Americans giving you whatever and always
remember
wanting
when
something? Well, there's we might not know. Every country, Taiwan, what does Taiwan want? What does, everybody who gives you
you remember when that money came, when that offer or that grant came or the proposal was made when Biden was in? I was hollering where we have to give up for that.
Yes,
we
yes.
want we know that. The difference is Biden had sense. Whether or not you agreed with Biden or not,
Anyway,
Biden,
not
you
about
know that
Biden.
Biden.
No. We're talking about the grant.
but
the grant
no, listen, but what I'm saying, it all depends on the person where they push the grant. Would you rather make a deal with Joe Biden or with Donald Trump? You see, and therein lies the problem, because even though Biden wasn't perfect, he played within the guidelines, he played within the rules basically. Trump doesn't. So there is a big difference in who they give you the money and why. Because Trump want we start to deport Belizean fire. Trump want we start to take the immigrants away in the
I don't know where I want it. And like I said, there's a low chance. But again, I only brought up the subject that because somehow it's still like a little thread of hope that they could get this 125. Governments, though, in the bigger picture, they know the worry about all of that. They know worry about get that money.
Yeah. My boy, I tell you, maybe my downfall has always been, does the end justify the means? But I tell you,
governments go on. I remember Trump not there forever. Government goes on. And there ain't anything if they're a loan or a grant or whatever the repercussions will play out many years after Trump has died. So
once,
the long run,
but you know what I found out?
Look power right now that Trump down the road that somebody else who are in a charge when something else come up. They know Trump on the in forever, ever.
Yeah.
So
well,
they're like PUP they in today, UDP they in tomorrow. People who do business with Belize can't worry about if the PUP they in or they hardly care if the PUP they in or the UDP. All they know is Belize under the grill. You don't want country,
My-
sovereign nation, deal with that.
One of the greatest philosophical saying that I have ever heard came
What?
from my philosophical brother Ken. But there's no way I could tell you this philosophy, but I could try to paraphrase.
Hey, Grove, we get it,
Ken
you know, we
tell-
get it, we
Ken-
get
yeah,
it, we
Ken-
get it.
Paraphrase.
Ken tell me that you could build 1,000 bridges. You will be considered the greatest bridge builder in the world. He said, but if you go and do one profoundly negative thing, people are always look for you, and then I said, look at that great bridge builder there. I said, look at that, but so and so right there. And that the whole life works. If we bow and kiss the ring, no matter if this dude dies now or 100 years from now, history will prove that we bow. If you get me drift. It doesn't matter where we get with, it doesn't matter how long that here and there.
Well, yeah,
If we
again,
cave into
nothing wrong with
tyranny
having,
and
not,
prove-
not, not wrong with having
history will
these.
prove that we bow.
Yes, nothing
Yeah.
wrong with having these philosophical debates in your mind, but at the end of the day,
Yeah,
the
but
country
money
still
la
have to
money.
run. The country not run by philosophy. So,
Yes, but where I know
that's
the
nice.
setup,
I get it,
bro,
you know,
am
I
saying
get it,
that
Groove. Everybody
we go
gets
on,
it.
We go on like the country
Everybody
runs
gets it, Groove.
because
We get
of
it, we
one
get it.
country.
We get
The
it.
country does not run because of one country.
Again, nobody
You
said
know?
that. Nobody they say that. We get where they say we understand where they go on, but again, when the politicians got a job for run a country, sometimes you can't worry about philosophy. You got to get the job done, or else people want to rail up. Then CEOs want to raise.
People rail up now.
these teachers want to raise now.
Yeah, well, I am for the teachers and the public service workers.
Everybody got one
getting
agenda.
their
You get money
raise
from Russia,
and their
Russia
salary.
got one agenda. You get money from the Arabs got one agenda. You get money from Taiwan got one agenda. That happen when
Everybody-
you get money from people, right?
Mhm.
You either get it or
like
not get it.
Like we've always said, nobody just give you money for nothing.
Exactly
Even if they
so.
give you money, even if they give you money for nothing, the sheer fact that they're giving you money is something, you know.
Exactly.
Even if you could look at your people and say they did not request anything from us. No, you know what they're requesting from you? Dependency.
Dependent.
That's
They're
how the world
requesting
work.
from you,
I wash your hand
you
today,
know,
you wash my foot
your
tomorrow.
help.
Could it be that down the
Venezuela
road when
gave
we
the
want
whole Caribbean
something from you, we
Petrocaribe.
can't
That
say
was
no
a thing.
because
That's how
we
you go
did
down.
this.
That's how you go down. That's how you.
It could be a thing like that. That they're not asking for anything right now, but trust me, they're going to ask.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And especially when
Exactly.
in a small developing nation, when things go wrong, you grab it, you want to grab it.
I'm no fan of Venezuela by any means, but look at what that administration said. Countries when I have nothing to do with nothing about world politics, get one oil from Venezuela. 47 say any country where buy oil from Venezuela want feel the wrath of the United States. So that they know. I mean, if you want to impose your policy on your country and your people, go ahead, but not try to
Yes, but why?
extort other nations.
What's the question? Why
into-
did all of a sudden Venezuela feel happy if we want to give people oil now, pay back later, and reduce prices? There's always an agenda. I don't believe that
everybody
Venezuela
have-
be
yeah.
so nice and them just so no. You said it right there, so nobody do nothing for nothing.
Yeah, well, not forget, bro. We don't talk to lot about Venezuela because they done cut the bill by half. Remember?
I'm just saying, right?
You know, and
Hey,
yes.
that's the way. That people mingle up in a diplomacy, and the how anything go. Hopefully that when you do get things in and they need people that believes that they do get the 100%, I know 80 or 75.
Yeah, and if you look at how Venezuela, what they did, you tell me that if somebody from foreign who come here and say, yo, we're gonna give you $100 million to build one state-of-the-art prison facility. $100 million are nothing cross that foreign, but over here, so we sold 10 times for $100 million. Next thing you know, we to get grants, we to get this, we to get that, and we to get immigrants. we will have to come out of this country, and people and say, well, when El Salvador get $6 million a year or whatever for doing that. That no way to get. You are getting a reputation. You are getting, and don't get me wrong. I like the way how Bukele. I like the way how Bukele.
The only one with the kind of thing.
Yeah, I like the way how Bukele dealt with crime in a country, but the way how he's dealing with it now, taking in foreign immigrant, it make it look like that's just an outright business. It just look like a business. How much money you are giving me for take care of prisoner? How much money, and is that almost like slavery back in the days? You're using people as commerce now.
Mm-hmm. Who's gonna tell them that's not okay?
Nobody know how to tell them. Meanwhile, in other parts of the globe, in Iran, Iran's interior minister has said negligence was a factor in the massive explosion and fire at the country's largest container port, as the death toll rose to at least 70. Iskandar Momini said Saturday's blast at the Shahid Raji port in Bandar Abbas, which also injured more than 1,000 people, was caused by shortcomings, including non-compliance with safety precautions, negligence, and not following protocol. Some individuals deemed responsible had been summoned for questioning, that he added. But that was a huge blast. At their main port. So that's going to interrupt commerce and like that for a bit over there. Condolences to the family members of the people who died. And when you hear that 1,000 people were injured, and I believe they said a couple of hundreds were missing, that's not good.
No, it's not. It's not good.
Also, what's not good, Ministry of Health said that there were 5 additional cases of measles that were detected among the close contacts of the first 2, confirmed on April 12th. I don't know, they're here and there, this measles things. Additional cases were clinically confirmed between the 9th and the 13th. 22 school contacts were identified, of which 12 were vaccinated, 5 unvaccinated, 4 had unknown vaccination status. There's a lot of people who might not know their vaccination status when it comes to measles, There's a lot of people.
So when did they say the public
Can a phone call help? Sure.
Oh.
No, there's...
To find out what?
You have to, if you are vaccinated or...
I believe.
They got unknown status, so that means you're unknown and they don't know. They don't know what their status.
When did the ministry say they're going to be starting their public awareness campaign?
I don't know.
That's what we want to know.
As part of the heightened surveillance, they say they sent 14 samples for testing in Mexico, all returned negative. Hopefully they could get this Dali outbreak under control. But again, I don't know who more vulnerable. I think the young population more vulnerable in schools and whatnot.
Of course.
But they're the ones who are going to transmit it more.
Mm-hmm.
But if the school population are vaccinated, that would be a good thing. Yeah. It is concerning, according to our news center, that based on their own information, the ministry would have known about these 5 additional cases by the time they held their press conference on April 14. Yet at that time they were only referencing the 2.
That's 2 weeks ago.
So I don't know when these people started showing symptoms.
But you know something, bro? It surprised me. It surprised me that these ministries, they don't have somebody that speak. We know that there's we know they say that no big outbreak, but we know that there's measles going around. We know that, I believe that, was it whooping cough that we said that there was a couple of cases in here already?
That was in Mexico.
And yeah, well, I think we had something else besides measles, I forgot. But it surprised me that nobody in that Ministry of Health would have come up and say, you know what, let's do a couple of spots on radio and TV randomly throughout the day just to keep people aware. Let's put up a couple of billboard at high traffic place, to be aware at this, that, the time, this, that, the season, and what are stuff like that. But like we just play it by ear and hope nobody much gets sick and thing like that.
They say we have what the 80-something%, or is it 70-something% of the entire population that's vaccinated for measles. Over 70% though, for sure.
Okay, so what about, let's say they...
Well, that's what they're saying. If you think you don't know, you could go back and get one shot. If you could go back one. Funny times we live in now where, go get injection and a popular thing in some people's eyes. That
especially if you save your life.
Post-COVID scenario where people right now not to.
And that again goes right back to 47 who spread those rumors.
Yeah, but there's a whole gang of people and with
yeah, but we understand there's a lot of people out there who are just followers and then may have said nothing if one leader never said.
Well, I don't know. Before anything even come out, that may have push back with their thing. But yeah, regardless of the case, not that the scenario when it comes to vaccinations. People wary. Yeah, where you going, Vince?
Yes. Good morning. Top of the morning, rise and shine. Well done of mine. Good afternoon. Morning for you guys. Good morning, Lisa. Steve, the groove with your handsome haircut. I know you're gonna get that haircut since my wife's birthday.
that wifey cut me hair.
Miss Donna again.
Mm-hmm. That wifey cut it.
Oh, that wifey cut it, Phil?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. And I want to say respect to because I heard that you were the one that sponsored the ingredients, but Marlon said you can't cook, so that his recipe.
I do. Hey, I have two different sources that contacted me and said, "Yo, Wentz, your ears not a ring or what?"
You popular.
One thing I'm very confident of is that Lisa would never talk bad about me. That I know for
never. Okay, you know what you say?
No.
Lisa, we have to do the commercial break.
BW lies. Hey, stop that.
Yo, BW, Lisa talk about people during the commercial break.
What
so
is
nobody
wrong
here.
with you? You're gonna let people believe y'all.
Yeah, that's not true.
I don't worry about Lisa. Lisa is the first one. Lisa is the first one to come off camera yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was asked to serve.
Hey, I'm glad you guys enjoyed, man. And
I helped serve.
You know what? I could boil water, without bonnet. So
right.
I know Marlon that the main chef. I guess he Elon fine brother. But did you guys enjoy? How was it, babe? My finger licking or what?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Marlon said that actually their parents they learn for. I think it said that either by ma or pa they learn to cook.
Yeah. I agree with that. That was Sean Land to the land from the old man and the old lady.
There was a meat family.
Exactly. I got a sneak peek of what it looked like, and man, I saw that and I said, "Oh my, look, I started the barber."
Yeah,
barber. You were barbering.
Yes. It was good seeing everyone in the studio yesterday. Briefly, Frisco.
Yeah, man.
Everybody and Boca and the whole crew and everybody really rough it up. But I never lived on Vernon Street. My grandmother used to live on Vernon Street. I didn't live there, but I used to visit frequently.
Okay.
Yeah, it's because I know why people look for me and say, wait, but me don't know him from Vernon Street.
Was it me?
But anyway, I'm glad you guys enjoyed. It was a pleasant surprise, and I'm pretty sure, the birthday folks or whosoever is celebrating a birthday this month might have enjoyed as well. So everything grew, everything gravy, everything straight.
Yeah, we are.
Everything gravy. Everything is gravy.
Chilling in the cut.
Yeah.
All right. This is Steve gone in hiding. Anyway, I am in and out. I'm busy here with some clients. So you guys enjoy the rest of the day and bless up.
Yes, I wins.
Yes, I.
Thanks, BW. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. You guys are welcome.
#1 international. All right.
That's right.
The man
Anytime you hear anytime I hear somebody say I'm here with a client, I automatically think that they're not big time.
Nah,
I
boy.
know anybody got clients.
All right, only big time people got clients, huh?
Only big time people got clients. That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We got to take a break. Hold on. Why?
As I always say, Marlon Lanfan and Grandpa.
Who said that?
Casale.
Castellini always got a 411.
I had to tell you. And if you call 911, it never did it.
Yes. So yeah, measles. Hopefully that not become a thing, like a real thing. I don't remember my measles. Lisa, you remember your measles status? Would you go get another shot?
I would check my status first. But I know that I had mine because I was told so.
Oh, you still so?
But don't you get a booster after 10 years or something like that, they said?
Should, yeah, after 10. They may give me in a school, if I'm not mistaken, but that's a long time ago. So, young Lisa.
You know, I got to tell you, measles shots been around for nearly 100 years.
Yeah.
Anybody with afraid to take one measles shot, no correct. Because before you ban people to take that and nothing happen to them.
Yeah, they're not the measles shot that the problem. That people paranoid about what they are putting in there.
Oh, God forbid they put in the measles vaccine.
Yeah, put that in, but along with something, you know how the paranoia go. But where to go?
Of course, they put in the microbox.
All right.
Greetings, brothers and sister Mona Lisa Lowe.
Good morning, Ram.
Here because I know I can't afford a iPod or Apple, but like Lisa a Groove, you know.
A what?
Apple.
I want to be out here. I know that only they could afford that.
Yeah.
But what group say concerning somebody will have some different clothes in St. Francis funeral, brother.
Ain't that about Trump? No feel too hard about it. No, it's about the Jordan, the guy, the prince or the king of Jordan or what you mean?
Okay. But one thing I will associate with that, guys. They say I learned something. The captain, no seaman contradict the captain. But what I noticed with these guys, these countries and dress codes and etc., like he always apply to certain people, or I say to the lower class people. In other words, remember they always say, do as I say, but not as I do. It's like they always could tell you what you should do, but you know if they tell you nothing, but what they do.
That's right.
And the very same thing they tell you to do, that's not what they do. Right? I remember people like say, the USSR is the enemy because the communists, But 1977, I'll never forget the first book I ever read, which I fall in love with the book. Why Am I a Revolutionary? And in that book, it show you 3 are the old superpower. And one of that the USSR. And the other one you know already, by the crazy man, they got the orange head. And the next one, I can't remember the other. 3 of them. The 3 of them, they sit down in the top of a building, from a veranda or balcony. Then they manipulate all the small countries of the world like puppets, just like Oglu said a while ago, like puppet. So they put in one side, they have the puppet one side, and the other side have the puppet, the different small countries fighting one another. Say, people need to see this to make them wake up and start believe, democracy, the island ballet that want people together. And now I wrap up now, you mentioned Guayabera. My knowledge is only a drop in the ocean. The Guayabera shows, as far as I remember, originates in Yucatan, Mexico. But the government of Cuba used to use it officially. But I want to tell you, you got the sports dress Guayabera, the sport coat Guayabera, or the casual Guayabera, this chatty one. And the long one, that's what the dignitary used to use, like the real big time and a real special occasion. I never wear one, but I used to see them between Cuba and Mexico. But they're pretty, but I never wear none.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe Blue, I don't know whoever is in Nakonia, but other than that, it's always a pleasure to listen to you guys and share something with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Mr. Ram.
All right, Ram.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That's one of the guys we have to get to one of the function somehow.
Somehow.
All right.
Yeah, but that's the way it worked, man. If Belize was a major power, we would probably be dealing with smaller countries the same way. Countries are nothing more than businesses. Just like on an airplane are nothing more than a high-tech bus, countries are nothing more than a major business.
Mm-hmm.
And countries are there to make money for their company, their country. So everybody look out for the best deal for themselves. But it took almost 100 years for the world to get, a balance where everybody was sort of satisfied. Nobody was completely 100% satisfied, but it was working enough that the world was working.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, uproar now. It's, and whatever happens is going to take years to undo everything that happened so far in 100 days,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of those things that were implemented in the U.S. affect the world, and they can't be reinstated unless they go through a whole hullabaloo piloting again. So yeah, hold on to your seat, fellas. And don't forget, just like on the airplanes,
Yeah, let me send a shout out to
Dano.
Dano Lynn.
Uh-huh.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself.
I done man.
Watch out. Put the picture up with the thing there, because all of a sudden I get hungry now.
What the with it?
Yes, this is how Marlon Shore gone on, because, that was a big pot
Man.
of Reno.
Man.
Now, if you notice,
Now say, I can tell you the injustice. Let me explain the injustice
Yes.
now.
Boy, that look good.
Hold on, man. I can explain the
What's the
injustice.
injustice?
Today, being the 29th, different from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, the platter was filled, the table was decked out. There was a spread.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so, the nuances of such a dish might have been not overshadowed, but construed. Based on the fact that there was prior digestion going on before before the arrival of said pot.
Yes.
No,
Everybody
today, when the table is empty and the cupboard is bare, and you see
is growing.
and you see one plate and you see the pot today. Now we could kind of really, appreciate.
Yep.
Oh,
Because
boy.
what people may
The
not
bubbling
know
of the
is that
pot. Because today you look way different from yesterday. Oh Lord, I feel hungry today.
Where people might not realize is that Marlon came with this big pot of Reno, and the pot came with a side order of tortilla and the pork and egg combination.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't have any bowl, as Lisa would say in the studio.
What would I
We couldn't get in touch. We couldn't get in touch with run man, so we had some plastic cup.
We improvised.
And I sit down and start to load up plastic cup with a piece of chicken or a piece of the pork and thing about 4 or 5 tortilla jam in there. Blam, hold ya. Yes. But anyway, this is the first.
Before I know
here,
it, the pot be empty, so I don't know what's going on.
What happened?
No, what going on? Everybody get some of it, and the rest that was left, I bring home.
Yeah, because Steve had said he loved the pork and eggs mixture because that came on the side.
Yeah.
So here's the meat on the grill.
Yeah, these are the chicken in the grill, but this is after they were cooked, remember?
Yeah, after they were cooked in the pot.
Yes, that is the equivalent to a stew fry.
So, right. I was about to say it was.
That's not a stew fry. This is not a bile grill.
Yeah, bile grill.
Bile grill. It's a bile. But I never stew that
bile. Oh, bile grill. Oh, boy.
Yeah, bile grill.
All right, we got to take a break.
So far, we got stew fried chicken and bile grill. Colville want to know. Oh, this.
There it is.
What Colville want to know?
This tongs.
Right, yeah, that, look here, stop showing it now, because to the different fire yesterday.
You know something where I know I show no? Colville just asked me, you don't have no leftovers? No, Colville, the relleno is done. But guess what I had for breakfast this morning? some of that same pork and egg thing because some of that was left, and I had that on toast, my darling.
Oh.
Yes.
We'll be right back.
Speaking of toast. Mm-hmm.
Waiter.
We'll
Check,
be back.
please.
All right. Rasbuck strikes again. Is it Taco Tuesday?
The one who does no wrong.
I don't know if it's Taco Tuesday.
We don't know.
All right. All aboard. Where is Sir Groove?
No bakayo.
No Macayo. So there was a bushfire that claimed the life of an elderly man in Hattieville on Saturday. I did not even know about this one.
Right.
Yeah.
And then somebody made a burn in Belmapan. The council says none at all. People says, well, we get permission from the Department of the Environment. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you get the permission from the department.
Is that a thing?
Environment, if you mess up the environment with smoke. They said they did it outside of in school, but what does that mean? I don't know.
They did it how?
This is a situation where a man lost his life because of a
Outside of school.
bushfire that at some point engulfed his home and he was inside. And then last year we know what happened with all the fires. And so like the real message would be, not like the CEO thing. Stop the burn thing right now because they're never a good look.
Right.
With the fires, we see destruction, we see where these fires could do. The damage where they could do. And then when you see people still intentionally burn, like getting at the back of you, and then like you become vexed.
Like y'all didn't warn anything.
Yeah, like you get mad because you say, look on these people again after all. We see the destruction what happened last year with fires, and then you see people said that they burn intentionally. Well, they said they had trucks. I don't know. Well, what they claim, I don't know who are the people. There was a bunch of things when they said they did. But still, what do you think, Groove? Like, do you think about, like, we could just stop it? Like, moratorium, stop burn.
No, I don't think you could. I mean, again, the one thing where you say, all right, yeah, we should just stop burn. But the one thing where burning necessary, there's a lot of times burning necessary. I think what we need to do is to increase the fine when burnings go out of control, and to have, you have to register. If you want to do a burn that can threaten, you have to go and tell them, I intend to burn, I have a fire pass, I have this, that, and the other thing. Now, I paid in at the butt, but, you know, I don't think you could just stop it. I think you could try to control it more, you know.
Right.
It's time to not burn is 7-Eleven,
We never stop.
Well, you know, a guy, you know, burn your bridges at 7-Eleven. It's the minute we give you to do whatever it is you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, as long as you don't turn off the radio or the TV. Yeah. Yo, so who's stronger? The National Teachers Union or the Ministry of Education? Who do you think?
Well, that remains to be seen.
We'll find out Wednesday, right?
Well, the teachers have been known to go against the grain.
Of course.
Well, that's why you have a union, because you fight for what's right. in you and your union's opinion. But the BNTU said they're going to have a meeting on Wednesday.
Right.
Minister said, oh, hell no, that ain't good. BNTU say, hell yeah. Minister said, BNTU say,
Right.
So we're going to find out tomorrow.
We'll see who have cojones, who don't.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, they've done it before, so.
Yeah.
The ministry is never the ministry is never pleased when the teachers decide to take one good school day if they do other things.
Yeah, there's waste happening. If waste could happen in the adult section, make the picnic again and lead there off.
Well, some are not of that view. So
yeah. But one of the things I hope that this ministry under this new leadership take into consideration again, review your rules on school attire, especially hair. Review your rules on phones, realizing it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. And, just overall review your policies, Remember any time we had one way how UDP made to give out grocery bag? And then PUP come and say, that's not how you give out grocery bag. This is how you give out grocery bag. And they change the name of the thing, and everybody still may get grocery bag. And if UDP get in again, so well, this is how you do grocery bag for true. I mean, that is the same thing. I was come on.
Different name.
grocery bag.
Yes. Yes.
What else?
That's one of the thing. Well, it seemed like Belize and extension officers joined workshop in Mexico to boost the beekeeping sector.
Nice.
Okay, because that's a big money, and if you get into proper bee rearing, you can make money off of that honey because honey is a very expensive thing when a spile as a part of the
What are you waiting?
Amexid funded initiative. All right away, I nervous. As part of the Amexid funded initiative. No, what that sound like to you? Amexid would have been something like America, Mexico, and Central Indigenous Divisions. I don't know. Diagnosis of the beekeeping sector, subsector, and building capacities for new and existing beekeeping in Belize. Extension officers Jesse Madrid and Miguel Heritas participated in a week-long workshop in Campeche, Mexico, from the 21st to the 25th. It's the second phase of an international cooperation project aimed at strengthening Belize's apiculture sector. What? What the apiculture?
That's right.
Apiculture.
Happy together.
That's nice.
Hold on,
Right.
I am Googling apiculture because I don't know what the heaven that is.
All right, it's been a minute since we did some VITs. Well, let's do some VITs then.
Yes, why not?
I agree.
I
got
think
a
we
couple
could
of
use.
VITs right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Today's look at very important things.
Right there. So, all right, we need the idea. What's the first one? Groove this one up for you.
All
Joe.
right.
This one is for you, sir.
Everybody, oh, pony tap. Oh, Daffy is sort of a crazy little.
McFarlane that the new Mel Blanc.
Yeah, if you look at a lot.
I never know he do all the characters there.
Yes, if you look at it says voices. Say You know, say bugs. It's a voices. Mel Blanc. They call him the man of 1,000 voices. When he died, just like when Superman died in the comics, they had the black ribbon. When Mel Blanc died, they had his coffin, a picture of his coffin with all the characters that he did with their head bowed around it. Cool thing.
When did he die?
And so, yeah, Google that, see if you find that.
When he died?
Yeah. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yep. Out of all of the voices he did, I like Porky Pig just because of the stutter. You know, I just, you know, like.
As a hog.
He died in 1989.
Yeah.
A long time. That's a good one. That's a good one. You have another one?
Yeah. All right, here we go, Christy. What's the other one?
All right.
I think I saw this as well.
Pretty cool.
Move!
Yeah,
move.
to get the perfect.
Yes, we make the slammer perfectly. I'm like,
onto her.
hell no.
Right. She's waiting for it, so she, to get the perfect angle.
No, she the move wrong for making the slammer good. Really?
Right.
That was like, yeah, that's why I'm stop watch wrestling. Get your acts together, cause.
Boy, they have somewhere I saw to it like Dusty Rhodes with Dusty Rhodes. Hit the guy and the guy the rock wrong like this and Dusty Rhodes. You say, oh man, I used to love this.
Oh boy.
What else I got?
Very good.
One more. I think there's one more or two more. One more maybe.
David the Fisherman.
Look at it. And this, if you never see it, you probably wouldn't believe it. Why did the fish cross the road? Two fishes.
I know they have fish.
Folks,
to get to the next side of the water.
The two fish literally they cross the road.
Yeah, they have fish where they have fish who can go out of the water for I think for up to 24 hours.
I don't know which kind of fish then they are, but then they cross the road.
They have a lung.
They're looking for water.
Yeah, they actually have a fish that walk almost upright. Yeah. When it's out of water, it walk on the fins.
No, I think they are not. They one there. I think they want to just.
They want to then it flatter.
Yeah, then it. But they know where the water is. Why did it? There you go. And
it's because of the membranes that they have in their nose hole.
Why did the fish
could
cross
detect
the
water?
road? Carmelo.
Good morning.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, what up?
You are.
Yeah, I just want to make one point that look like sometimes you have to ask for advice for even the dead. Because I believe we always put the cat for the youth. Because when I talk about teachers and unions to strike, I think that the union represents teachers. So the teachers don't need to go strike. The unions need to go negotiate with the teachers. Then bring back the resolution to the teachers. But everything we do back here, I believe.
But the unions already spoke to the teachers and they agreed that they would strike.
No, they said.
I don't know, but that's
no,
the way
the
it
meeting
works.
have to decide what they do.
Yeah, the meeting is to decide. That's the way they
Right.
meet with
They
your
did not-
members.
they did not
first
come
and
up
then
with a
decide.
conclusion as
Yes. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Carla. I never get your point there. I think there's a bit of misunderstanding with that.
Yeah.
There's a process
I
to
think
everything. There's a process.
Is that, what Hindi says is that the union should go and negotiate and then come back and tell the teachers what the decision was without the teachers being there. But I think that happened.
No, they get
and
one
we are-
quorum every time they have a meeting and they get a feedback from the. That's how it works.
Yeah.
If you want to do your union different, you could go your own union, but that's how the teachers then do it.
I sent up that picture that of when Mel Blanc passed away, and I got the caption. The caption on it was speechless. I mean, impressive, and those are the voices.
Yeah, this is the era that I like. This era of
this is my favorite Looney Tunes era.
This are the late 80s, 90s.
Yeah,
It's right around
these
when he
were the
died.
real-
Yeah.
All of them, like this
These were-
particular era.
These were the real Looney Tunes.
That is the only one era where you had that foghorn character.
Yep. And the only one who won't be coming back is Pepe Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew.
Well,
Yes, because
if Trump has anything to do with it, Trump might bring back Pepe.
Yeah.
Bring back Pepe.
Yeah. Because Pepe Le Pew was deemed molestable. You know who else was a molester? Johnny Bravo. I surprised nobody come out of Johnny Bravo because, hey, baby, nobody used to could come out of. And Johnny Bravo, you ever notice Johnny Bravo? Never mind. Yeah. Just watch Johnny Bravo.
Was that the last video? Was it 3 or 4? Maybe 3, I guess.
I think
Probably
3.
But yeah. All right. Yeah, you got
so
something else on the old school? I see some other pics up there.
Of course, we
So
have
it's Good
more
Tuesday.
pictures
Hit me.
with your best shot.
Well, wood and done.
Yeah.
It's still available, right?
Yes.
You can still get this,
Of
right?
course. Uh-huh.
Yes.
So what's the perfect? When you use this for what's the
Christmas
purpose?
time to make cake.
Yeah.
Stuff a cake? Nothing else?
Yeah.
You can
Yes.
use it in the house for regular use. Bread and
Okay.
I
butter.
remember before I left Belize, they had an advertising slogan, but they took it off there because they said that it wasn't decent. But I thought it was good. Remember that slogan, Lise? Give me wood and done?
Mm-mm.
Yes. Yes.
Give me wood and
Don't
done.
remember that.
Yes. Give me wood and done.
No.
Yes. I thought Creole slogan.
Good. You see, okay. No. You bring up something very perfect.
Watch out.
Is this a case of just creolization, or is it a Mandela effect where we really believe that the bottom in here would and done?
No, we know the botany wood and done.
You know, in here would and done, in here would done.
Right. We're done, but we say what I
Oh,
do.
This is exactly what it's about.
Mandela effect.
All right, Mandela effect.
I still say wood and done.
Exactly.
I right now I don't want to wear the and for it.
But everybody say wood and done.
Yeah.
Nobody say give me wood done. Everybody say give me wood and done.
Wood and done. Or you go into the store, bring me back a wood and done.
Yeah,
butter.
right?
Lisa, you want some wood and done?
Down, so, right?
So is it
I
Mandela
find
effect
that
or is that
shot.
a Creole effect? Which one?
The Creole
the
effect,
Creole
I
effect.
believe.
Did a Creole effect?
I
I
go
believe
in the
so.
shop and I bring you some wood and done.
That's it. That
Yes.
is it.
But we said that, but I swear it had an and in the middle.
Because we just
I
put-
remember and being there, like while he's slant in cursive.
Mandela
like
effect there,
wood.
though.
I don't remember that. I remember just wood done.
Oh, yeah.
But we
all
would say
right.
wood and done. We would say wood and done, but
Yeah, I know that. If anybody ask me where in here, I say would and done.
of course
That's the way I say.
I would send to the store to say, bring me back wood and done butter. Then they
Alright.
would say, what size?
Yo, you notice how Lisa
Like,
they
you
talk
know?
with fork tongue? Lisa
Why?
just say, she not say wood and done. And then he say, I'd tell him go to the store and get me some wood and done.
I say wood and done. But it's not
No.
wood and done, it's wood done.
Yo, I did look, well, that's supposed to be one word.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I Google it and everything I just wood done.
There you go.
So it may be a Creole thing that we say wood and
That's like when I go under the lumber yard because I buy some 2x4 and the man say, yo, dude, sorry, wood done. Yes, it wood done.
Like when he asked me why the ketchup never win a race, why the tomato never win a race.
Why?
Because it can't catch up. Because it can't catch up.
Oh, come on.
Like,
Cats
you know
up,
where I
cats
find
up.
out? You know where I find out? You see Barmersill where they cross there where we used to pay like $9 for or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
You know how much for that foreign?
How much?
$59.
Oh, for
the
real?
same thing. Go just type in Barmersill and you want $59 for one tube where we pay $9 for. And we know they set up the car and everybody got charged $69 cross there now.
We're
just
not gonna
saying.
pay for that.
Oh hell no. And instead of buying that, I just get some wood and done.
That's
next.
That.
What else you got? Hit me with the best shot. What is this?
Riverside Hall. How you mean you don't know that? You know, say right up there, Riverside Hall.
I never watch that.
I did not know what it was.
Okay, where is Riverside Hall? Where
Where was it?
I cannot remember.
Right at the corner of that street, right there by the car park.
Come on. That's not it.
We don't know where that is.
No, I think I about Riverside Hall, but I try to remember the
I
location.
heard about it, but I
What's the location? Who got the 411? Where is this?
You're trying to kill me.
Kind of Victoria, Northfront Street, the open parking lot next to the fish.
Kana Victoria and what?
Northfront Street.
Northfront Street.
The parking lot just before the fishery.
Really?
Fisheries.
Wow.
Oh, for it.
Oh yeah. I know that. I recognize that door.
What? The same building at my Suncrest factory?
Yep.
Wow. Downstairs, no?
Yeah.
Oh. And when they had upstairs? Riverside Hall?
Disco?
No, but for real, what do you used to have up there? Like what?
The Riverside Hall?
Me don't know. Maybe a disco?
Dance. That's why everybody had dance.
Riverside Hall.
I go in the Riverside Hall.
Wow.
It's a disco.
Yeah, good stats. I never realized that.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
This thing, this pork and this egg thing good in a just sandwich.
Aye, this ballet.
That's what you're doing.
Aye, this ballet. Well, if Lisa
That's
one
what
there,
he's doing.
you can't leave Lisa stranded like that, man. Aye, yeah.
No, they were showing Riverside Hall.
Nah. Oh, okay. Downstairs was Suncrest factory. Suncrest, you said us though?
That's what he said, yeah.
Suncrest.
That's what he said.
Ah, boy. So, yeah, dance, table tennis, different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So up there used to be like Mike's Club, like a Mike's Club kind of thing.
I never at Mike's Clubs to middle.
Neither me, but I mean, hey. Oh, so this building burned down? Oh, okay. Never know.
Again. Mm-hmm.
All right, interesting. By Groove, try hold on to your taste buds till you done, you know.
Fire truck must run out of water.
Boy, imagine the building burned down side of the river. Wow.
Ain't that something? Right. Ain't that something?
That is terrible.
That is past terrible.
Cremelo.
I hear that.
Yeah, hello.
What up?
That place there, Riverside Hall, when they used to have all the big dancing fun like holidays and so, you know, when they bring in people and so. Downstairs at my Bradley's lemonade factory.
Oh.
Yeah, that Bradley tell me right there. So yeah, Bradley's bottling works. Yeah.
And then there's Chipping Suncrest too, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm a Bradley's mostly for Christmas and so they made the carry the swing.
Lemonade, yeah, that way Leslie tell me right there too. Yeah. You're up on the same track. Yep, you're correct. Yeah.
I think we used to get lemonade from there. Or the
lemonade.
Or the ginger beer or something.
That they used to get the ginger beer from?
I think so. I'm not sure.
No, remember I used to get that ginger ale in the gallon. You used to carry your own gallon.
The glass gallon.
No, you used to carry your own gallon.
Yes, you can.
In one of them plastic bag. Well, you saw me the show.
I know my old man used to bring one thing there and I used to drink it out. I used to
take the glass gallon with a little small hook for a handle that only maybe your index finger can go in there.
I know they used to carry your own one. You know,
yeah.
On Christmas.
No.
I don't know. I always thought ginger beer was like medicine, you know. I thought ginger beer was like Andrews or something. You drink that if you got bad stomach or something. You drink and eat ginger beer.
Hey, that thing that used to, I'm small. I remember I used to teeth it out and drink it.
And then you feel like you get drunk.
1 second. Carmelo?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
Saying how used to be the Queen of the Bay dance used to the after selection of the Queen of the Bay. They used to walk from Eden Theater by North Front Street to Riverside Hall, and then they had the dance for Queen of the Bay.
Oh.
And nobody used to get robbed. Nobody used to get robbed.
No.
What Eden me there? I never see a picture of Eden
Theater. They
Theater.
long dress and then go to the dance.
Ah, all right. See? I never see a picture of Eden Theater. What up me there?
Where that Eden Theater?
Yeah, what up me there?
Boy, Eden me there right across for, you see where Spooners there?
Uh-huh.
You go down leave farther on the left-hand side going, they're like nearly across from my part the old city council building me there.
Oh, okay.
Like when they had T-shirt factory was there for a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Yo, Eden Theater me wicked, bro.
Why like most of the conversation we hear that like our pictures were set of Majestic
and Palace. But Eden was the top three.
So who done me first? Who me did it first?
Well, I don't know who me did it first, but I know if I had to name the top three, it would have been Palace to me because we may live by Eve Street. So Majestic, I mean right around the corner. So Majestic, I mean Free Theater.
Okay.
But Palace Theater was like the one where had different movies than Majestic. They had like, I don't know, Palace to me was a little bit better, then Majestic, then Eden came in like the new kid in town.
I think Palace was like the premiere.
Yeah.
Hearing about Palace Theater is like the premier theater.
Well,
yeah.
We got it. What up?
Yeah.
What is a ram? Two different people coming at the same time.
Yeah. Well, quickly, I will put it in a nutshell. It used to be three swinging area where people dance and got fun in peace and no robbery, like Group say. The same one you mentioned first, the Riverside Hall. The next one, Mike and Mingas on the canal side on the way to the market on the other side.
Okay. Yeah.
It sounds like you that me a party animal.
Frisco, ask him where was Bel Rio.
The Eden Theater is the building. It's the building before because it's an alleyway that divide the building from the T-shirt factory, and the Eden is the next one. It's still up to a white collar building.
Okay.
So the one for the T-shirt is different one, but it's I say just a little one alleyway divided.
Okay.
Ask him where if he knows where was Bel Rio.
Where was Bel Rio?
Bel Rio was where Apple Disco was.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Ross.
All right. Thanks, Ram.
Thanks.
Yeah,
you need to get Godwin back.
Yeah. I gotta say, Godwin to try to get me too.
Yeah, get Godwin back.
Let's see where Godwin is. Cold Godwin or hot Godwin. I think both coming to try to get in here too. Oh, hold on, G. Make I answer this one here. Try to get the old Godwin. Maybe Godwin remember something. Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Where Big Apple there again?
North Front Street. That I know.
Oh, hold on. You got now, Godwin? What's up?
I was saying the Eden Theater was also across from where the sugar factory was.
Okay.
What?
So what made the difference? Who come first and who goes
What
second?
sugar factory?
You never the sugar
Where?
spot out there by North Front Street?
Well, beside the sugar factory, there was also a Texaco service station.
Yeah, remember that? Uh-huh.
It's a Texaco, not Texaco.
So Eden Theater was right across from those. That
So who
building.
come first? Which one did it first? Which state am I first?
Well, Eden was always there. But Eden and Eden was always there, and Palace was always there.
Okay. I mean, I remember them thing if I can't remember the boat. But yeah.
I was.
I got one.
And
Huh?
Bel Rio was down on Northfront Street after you pass Holy Redeemer.
Okay. Yeah.
Where Big Apple was.
Big Apple. All right. All right. Cool then. Got you. Yeah.
Used to party at Big Apple, so yeah.
Eden Theater. What a thing. You might imagine you had 3 theater for the least small Belize City. That's a lot.
It was a thing though.
Yeah, but you know what? Look how progress worked. We're gone from 3 to 1.
Because everybody got their one theater home. You're in their hand. What up?
Yeah. Eden Theater. With the on Northfront Street, where they got this big movie when they show them when they call Shaka Zulu.
Oh, they show it first?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there show Shaka Zulu.
So they show it first?
Yeah.
All right.
That's why they open right there when they done the movie and thing, they show it right there.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
The King Tay. Who's this? Cremelo. Oops, you're gone. Call back. All right. There you go. So what? Del Rio, that mean a theater too?
Yeah.
It was?
Yep.
Oh.
But I remember.
I don't remember going to it, but I remember the name.
And then somebody tried to, I think in the early 2000s or late 90s, somebody tried to do a theater right back there again. Right? That's in Apple. Somebody may try to do a theater thing right there.
I'm going to tell you something. I believe, I don't know if I think one other movie theater would work in Belize. Because no matter how big your TV screen, as big, I get the effect as one theater.
Well, you have one.
But where I think, but what I think would make money more than that is a drive-through. I think that people could go to a drive-through.
Cremelo?
It's a multi-purpose place.
Hello.
Yeah, what up?
That is Eden? The picture with
that is true, right?
Yeah, what up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you had Palace, you had Majestic, Eden, and Bel Rio.
Man, I'm before? Lord.
And then before Bel Rio opened, they may want a name for Bel Rio, and they asked the public to give one name. I have a lot of people may give out names. And one fella from Hatteville gave the name Bel Rio.
What am I the purpose of that name, you know?
No.
Okay.
But that's the history of that, no?
A Del Rio or Bel Rio?
Del Rio.
Well, they had something. The Rio had something. I think Belize and something else.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not quite sure.
Okay. All right, bro. Thanks, man.
All right, then.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Spooner said Eden had early matinee at 10 a.m. on Sundays.
Yeah. We used to go to theater.
Yeah.
In the evening,
But
too. I think that may 4 o'clock.
I hear news. I'm not sure if that's true.
Palace. Sorry.
Yeah, I hear one story where I don't know if that's true, but it just came in over the Telegraph that the country of Morocco will be teaming up with Belize to bring out another movie theater. They're going to call it Cowbell. Yes.
Yeah, I think what happened with the Bel Rio there, that place that may have river shed. That may have shed like where they store up thing when they bring it off a ship and thing.
Well, like the Rio Honda?
Shed.
Okay.
The building itself, right? And then they transform
Belize
it.
River.
You know? Like thing come up the river and then they carry it there and then they unload it and so like one band shed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they name it after that Bel Rio Cinema.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Ronaldo said the same thing there. Belize River, Bel Rio.
Yeah.
Some kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know if that is funny Rio Honda or what. I don't know. Interesting.
So, my Ras is saying back then, to go to matinee, you either had to go to church or you rest up the afternoon to go to matinee.
Yeah, matinee, Palace Theater had matinee.
Sundays, right?
Yeah, Sundays, yeah. I'm going to karate flick. 5:30 was matinee. All right, there you go. I know that's sometime wrong then. All right, next. That's a good back in the day scenario.
Lesson, yes.
Some groove. So you believe that you could go on theater? I mean, how that you have a theater right now? I don't know what kind of business then they do, and if people really gravitate.
Who that?
He would like a
theater we have right now.
Yeah.
They do pretty good business because you don't only go that anything there. That like you don't only go eat dinner because you want to eat dinner. You go for a company and for an experience. Same thing with theater. You could watch the movie at home, but the thing is, it's better when you go out and you buy a popcorn where you pay 10 times the amount for, and you sit down in the place and your foot sticky with chewing gum and soda with you. But that one experience you the go for. And every time I go to the movie theater, I got about 3 or 4 times. It was crowded. I mean, it had the crowd.
Okay.
You know, so yeah.
But he says Eden and Belleria was the only theater that showed James Bond movies.
Oh.
And he said they had a notorious nightclub or bar in front of Belleria. I wonder what was that notorious bar? What was it notorious for?
Well, once you hear notorious, you know it's for socializing.
I know, but you got to be more than just that.
Yeah, well,
did they have women of the night? Were the women of the night there?
Well, nothing wrong with women of the night. They're nocturnal. Nothing wrong with that.
Women of the night.
Yo, it look like Belize only got 63 cases of screwworm with no human infection. I never know we could get infected by screwworm too.
Yeah.
No, you do?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that only for cattle and livestock.
Yeah. You get beef for them.
Yeah, you get
yes,
beef.
Well, with the price of beef nowadays, you know, man, I get beef for them, but screwworm, right. I don't know what they go for nowadays.
Well, the people I say, certain people they say, pork gone up. I don't know what that mean. I really don't know what that mean.
Pig expensive.
Like, pig eat
expensive.
Anything. Pig that one of the thing where we know eat anything.
Yeah.
That's why nice.
Well, one company said that they don't figure up the price. I don't know if that determines the other individuals and other people who raise pig. If they speak for everybody or
it's just this company.
Well, you have to understand, bro. Remember when we talk about vegetables, you have people where all them spoiled vegetables where they know they overcharge reefer and they can't sell. Then they go in a drum and containers and the people who got pig and things. That happened. I used to do that. I used to do that. Yeah, but you have people out there where I say, you know what? I want to feed my pig only fruit. Or I want to feed my pig fish. But then you got people out there where just want to throw slop. Where you call anything where the pig could eat, they feed that to the pig. You know? And you could tell it, you know, the different taste of the pig and the quality of the meat, you know, where a pig they eat.
Right.
So, yeah, but I would imagine that overall everything else they go up. So pork, so well, you know what?
Well, then they say it's scarce. They say like they have. I don't know how pig scarce that Belize. Like what?
Oh, what? How dare they?
That is wild to me. I don't know. The narrative they sound wild to me. Right? That I don't know. They say two things at the same time. They say production that one thing, but then they also talk about like scarcity. They're like, you know, I don't know. But then that not come from the ministry neither. That they come from a producer. So yet for here, something official for your minister group.
Minister of Pig and Consumable Animal.
And who determine when these costs go up? Because I don't get nothing from, at least me personally, I don't see nothing from the Ministry of Agriculture saying that, well, you know, the price, I mean, what do you know? You say produce things home, but then you can't produce things home because things... Anyway. Let's get the weather then.
Okay.
Yes. Very, very good. Ladies and gentlemen.
Everything we produce on the sky high, they're like, okay, you can't win this battle.
Yeah. I mean, you know, people will tell you, well, it's because of the feed. We have to buy feed. We have to everything to go up. You know, it's one behind the other kind of effect. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from those South Kakalaki in those United States, we have Miss Trout. Is that correct, Miss? Is that correct, Brooke Trout? Ladies and gentlemen, Brooke Trout.
Brooke Trout.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. All right, here's your weather for today. Fair and mostly dry conditions exist around the country. Sunny with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Only isolated showers will develop. Winds blowing east at 5 to 15 knots. The seaside is choppy. Waves beyond the reef 3 to 5 feet. Temperatures for today on the coast 8 to 7 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, child. Inland areas -2 still. 90,
Oh, Lord have mercy. 96 degrees. Oh, I want to.
-3. -3.
93 degrees in the shade. Yesterday the choir was good, real hot. They say in the shade.
Yeah, the choir was thin
In the hills, right? In the hills, it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit. We are currently experiencing a high tide. A low tide comes in at 5:58. Another high is on schedule at 12:15 early Wednesday morning. Sun will set this evening at
48 minutes to 7.
the moon will.
Say it like, come on, say it like Sean Connery, Groove. Say it like Sean Connery.
It's going to shut at 48 minutes to 7.
That's right.
Thank you. Yes.
Whee!
Like when Sean Connery went to sit down and the waiter came and to pull out his chair, Sean Connery said, "I will shit myself."
You know, outlook this is through the Wednesday night is for similar weather conditions.
Oh,
Lord. Our guy is our forecaster, and that's your weather.
Lisa, don't get it.
I was reading. I wanted.
Thank you very much, Brooke Trout.
Where the group?
No, it's when Sean Connery went to the restaurant and the waiter came and pulled out his chair. And Sean Connery looked at him aloofly and said, "Pardon me, Shaw, I will shit myself." Yes. I need you not to help
Can
me.
I get some toilet paper with that?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This gentleman here, Mr. Johnson, was named after the tragic barbecue incident that his parents attended to before he was born. And after that incident, they knew exactly what they would name him. So Mr. and Mrs. Johnson named their son Bernie. Ladies and gentlemen, Bernie Johnson.
Bernie Johnson.
It was because the barbecue incident that took place, you know.
That's terrible, Bernie Johnson. Yes, that's an instruction, not a name.
No, that's not an instruction. That is a history of what happened.
It was? Okay.
Yes. The
I
Bernie
don't know,
Johnson. No.
I don't know about that's story. Eh?
You never, Grandpa never tell you that you got your name because Daddy Bernie Johnson?
You see Frisco? Frisco, you see?
Ask much questions, though. All right, what we got? Let's see here. There you go. I mean, we see the easterlies, we say, but really and truly, it's not as windy as it was.
No, it's not.
Like right now, it's damn near no breeze.
We were the man literally, they look out the window.
Yes, I love to say the trees they blow. That's why they look.
Oh, okay.
Of course, that's what you do.
Right about no. Pull it back to Tuesday, back I swear to God. I can't the tree not even the blow. None.
No arrows in the sky.
No arrows in the sky. So I try to figure what's happening. Why is that? Not seeing anything, but yeah, you do see some cloudy spells and periods there overnight into Wednesday, but more of the same. Okay. Into Thursday. Yeah, I mean, not much to talk about when it comes to that. No moisture heading in this direction. You see moisture over the
Thunder.
um
But not here.
yeah, the Western Caribbean, but ain't nothing happening over here. Dry, dry, no moisture coming over. All right. That's what it is, man. It continues right up until the weekend. We're in April going into May. Hey. And you know me, me usually warm. Yep. Me usually warm. All right, guys, that's about it right there for that.
Very good, very good. Well, thank you.
Got a girly word?
Bernie Johnson. Thank you very much.
Bernie Johnson.
All you need is a salve.
Let's get a girly word then, quick.
We do have a girly word.
There it is, coming up.
Yes, it is, Miss Christy, darling.
It's a coming.
It's a coming. One a penny.
They had a song like that. I come in, I come in, I come in, I come in, I come in.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah?
You won, man. All right, we don't got a girly word yet. Let's take the break then, and then I will come on.
The girly word is not ready.
How dare you, sir? You mistrust Miss Love with a sacred thing as such as a girly word?
No, I know there's a girly word, but there it is.
All right. Butterflies are back.
We were waiting for the butterfly.
Of course, that's what we do. It's
Sure,
only right.
my babe still look like you 41.
Man. All right.
Right. It says everyone has a friend during each stage of life, but only lucky ones have the same friend all stages of life.
Yep, that's it. I want to get married.
Oh.
So everyone has a friend during each stage of life, but only lucky ones have the same friend in all stages of life. I have friends like that.
And then they're the one Frisco where usually, then they're the one with benefits.
Yes, somebody rocking knocking the boots.
Yes, yes.
Oh, speaking of
Boy,
which,
that's for later.
that's for later. Yes, that's for later.
Yes.
All right. Groove, man's perspective.
Yes.
That's the slow.
Of course. And the man's perspective today, I believe, is a strong one.
You believe?
All right. Yes. And Rasbuck once said, oh no, that's not Rasbuck. I think that's Rasbuck, that. Yes. This gentleman right here, as I scroll up, once said, and I quote, imagine being bitten by a snake, and instead of focusing on healing from the poison, you chase the snake to understand why it bit you and to prove that you didn't deserve it.
And what are you going to do?
It's telling you a story about life. You just say, imagine a snake bite you, and instead of try to get cure from the poison, you chase the snake, but try to figure out that why the snake bite you, and you to try to prove to the snake that you never deserved to get bit. Meanwhile, you're dead.
Yep.
You're dying.
So, yeah, what they tell you is even if a wrong is being done to you or your community or your society, instead of chasing or instead of talking to the person and trying to convince them that then it do wrong, you deal with the wrong when it happened now. And after you don't deal with the wrong, then you go box it on the head side and ask them wrong with you. Yes, that's right. But if you thought that was a confusing man's perspective, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the lovely and talented multi-genius, Mr.
Frisco.
All right, well, I'm owe you one because I got to take a break and come back.
Lord have mercy.
We're running out of time.
You see there? No free flow for you on Friday.
We'll be right back.
Yes, we will be.
Today is your birthday. We just can't wait to celebrate. Because today is your birthday. Today is a very special day. Tonight, we gonna party.
Yep, somebody's celebrating a birthday today somewhere. Come back. All right, who we got, man? Who we got? Who's celebrating a birthday today?
Pickles, legendary, multi-talented Willie Nelson, celebrating a birthday today. How old Willie, boy? 150th?
I think so.
Anyway, that's right. Happy birthday to you, Willie, a red-haired stranger. That's what he used to call him before he had turned white.
Oh, yeah?
Right. Happy birthday, Willie.
All right.
You know that... yeah, you know that before Willie, his name isn't really Willie Nelson. His name was William Stroker. But, you know, when he wanted to change his name, he didn't think that Willie Stroker would have sounded good. So he just said, you know, Willie Nelson, he changed it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say happy birthday going out to Miss Ina Mae Nicholson. And I like to take a picture of her here. She is hiding behind her daughter, you know, her selfie. So happy birthday, Ina Mae, coming to you from the entire family.
Happy birthday.
That's right.
Not Willie Stroker.
Yes, Willie Stroker.
The mass marauder strikes again.
There he is. How you mean? Anyway, but that's not it, ladies and gentlemen. There are more birthdays. This is the legendary, multi-talented Miss Golda Martinez. Happy birthday to you, Golda. Coming to you from all your friends and family, everybody who love you, wishing you many, many more birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes. One of the things semi-done. Down with the whopping. This is Jordan Swayze. Happy birthday to you, Jordan. Coming to you from your grandma, the entire family, your sister, your friends. Hoping you continue being the fine young man that you are growing up to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Right.
Happy birthday to you. And this is... Well, this person right here on the picture celebrating a birthday today is Krista. Happy birthday, Krista. Wishing you many more to come from Mom, Dion, Chris Dale, Kiani, Haley, Midget. You can't say midget, you have to say vertically challenged. And Christy with love.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, of course.
That not vertically challenged? That's another correct phrase?
Yeah, knife that there name. Change the name to what up, Vert?
Verty, and I you that.
Also celebrating a birthday is Kelsey Marie Young. Who else? Kaisha? Or Kalisha? Look at Kaisha Jones.
Midget is not cursed. She ain't no midget.
Jason Everett. Yo, I'm imagine that. Happy birthday. The man did a fire.
Oh, yeah?
Janelle Paulino. Birthday today. All right. So, yeah, those are on the book. All right, party people, we got to get on out of here. Those were the birthdays.
We do. Where's CY today?
If one 10-year-old go to foreign, do they automatically become like a 5-year-old, like that 2 for 1?
No.
Okay. No. Check. Colville, we want to ask that question.
Hey,
and by the way, a maintenance worker was accused of burglarizing Audrey Matura's home and stealing over $6,000 in items. So it wasn't actually, well, I don't know if you'd call it, it was a break-in anyway, but it was somebody that was working.
Inside job.
Inside job, yeah.
Allegedly.
You know? Yeah. So I don't know if that is good news or bad news. Yeah, because I mean, you can't trust nobody.
Exactly.
Yep.
Real.
Yep, that is for real. Because, and again, allegedly, but you know, if you have somebody around about, over time you develop a level of trust, right?
Of course.
And you think that, well, a person wouldn't do that.
That's right.
But lo and behold.
Behold.
I mean, family steal from family, so hey. Anyway.
Yes.
Lisa, take us out.
I like one time I stand up right here, so my brother walk right in my yard. I pulled the one, so I was up when me up on the tree. I said, look where I find back there. I said, you mean for my tree, you find it?
Oh, you want to find? All right.
Boy. Anyway, guys, thank you so very much for stewing with us. Please do take care of yourself. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. If for some reason you got to be out there, please do whatever is right by you. Have yourself a wonderful day. God is willing. We will see you right back here tomorrow. Take care of you, and I promise to take care of me, Miss Christy, darling. Thank you to Ram, Cello, and also to Half, Miss Edna Pollard. Have a wonderful day, and also Miss Di. She's a steward to the bone, you know. Enjoy your day, guys. We love you. Stay safe. Yo,
Frisco, me and you have to go through this tape because I think I see Lisa they use some sign language where I got one feeling directed directly at me and you because they never did in a couple of weeks ago, but I say I add something in there will look very suspicious.
What did I do?
I don't know. I just saw 3 or 4 extra action in there whenever they in the last week.
I'll show you what I did not do.